Welcome back, everyone. I'm JayborinoPlays, and this is Brood's Wrath, a custom campaign for Starcraft 2. We're heading into the 4th mission, Primals in the Fog. I feel like I've played a lot of missions that end with in the fog. We've got Assassins in the Fog, Ghosts in the Fog, now Primals in the Fog, which I assume means we're going to be facing off against Primal-Zerg, which is awesome. Sticking with normal here. I know I bumped it down last mission. That's mostly because I was pretty buzzed, but I also had to restart mission 2 about halfway through, so I'm not good at utilizing saves, and I will stick to my old mantra of these are showcases. I'm really doing this because I want other people to get excited about these custom campaigns, play them themselves, spread the wealth, if you will, so I don't know. I don't see too much of an obligation to play on a harder difficulty that I find a little too challenging for myself. The Brood Guardian is a very powerful unit, can decrease enemies' armor and quickly defeat any ground unit. That sounds awesome. Maybe we can make Ultralisks or Brood Guardians this time around, which are a variant of the noxious Ultralisk. The Primal Essence is inside the egg. We need a massive army to break through their base, my minion. It won't be hard to deal with their queen. If you say so, Kalisa. I'll hold you to that. Zerg creatures, fresh meat, my children. Devour their essence. Improve. Feast. Sounds very similar to the standard Primal Zerg mantra. I like how she spawns those locusts and then just murders them as she walks over them. This planet has a lack of crystallized minerals, but these fissures are still active. We'll have to wait for eruptions to get minerals from the lava. I'll inform you about them. Okay, so that's very, very much like the new Whispers of Oblivion Legacy of the Void Prologue Mission 2, where the eruptions happened, but it was Vespene gas. But in this mission, we still have minerals to mine, at least, it looks like. But we also will get supplemented by these eruptions, which is cool. Let's get mining right away. Brutalisk. Broodalisk. Not Brutalisk, but Broodalisk. I like it. So it's basically a Hydralisk can attack ground and air units, strong versus air and armored. That's exactly what I was looking for last mission, was something powerful against armored air units. Perfect. I mean, the Scourge were okay, but against carriers and Void Rays, we needed something better. I think this Brutalisk is the perfect answer to that. Brood Guardian, it looks like we can make now. Large unit of the Brood has massive damage and armor, good against everything. It can attack air units. Brood Guardians can attack air units. That's interesting. Okay, let's go. Let's make another drone right away. Let's make some spawning portals. Really just one for now. We got to be sparing with our minerals, apparently. All right, Kalisa still has that spawn bailing ability, which is great. And we already had a spawning portal. What was I thinking? We get that nerve center is pretty important, I think. We want to build out kind of on the outskirts. I don't have a ring to see how far out I can build. I also want to make sure I don't unburrow my brood crawler this time and mess up my stuff. These corruptors are really, 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 really good, and I have to make sure I'm using them frequently. I also want to make some more crawlers, but I think I need the nerve center first. Well, now I have it. So let's make more spine crawlers. We can afford them now, and I'd rather invest in defense early and then not die so that we can focus on actually winning later. We can get another drone, send him over there, and we also want to get that growth accelerator. I'm not sure why the growth accelerator shows up under defense. I guess it's more of a macro structure, but it kind of strikes me as similar to any other macro-related structure like the nerve center or what have you. I mean, it contributes to our base building, sure, but it's not necessarily defensive. It doesn't really matter, honestly. That's the smallest deal to me. I want to make that brood worm so that we can get Scourge. Those Scourge are very, very, very good. We make the Brutalisks. Or no, we make the... I don't know where we make the Brutalisks. First off, we want to get that technology tier, so that way we can build the technology den, which is how we get those Brutalisks, which is what I want. I want Brutalisks and Brood Guardians, which I feel like is just the most natural progression of tech. It's like a end state, which is perfect. Devastator. Anti-air flyer could attack air units, so it's basically a corruptor, and if it serves the same purpose as a corruptor as well. So I want to do Brood Guardians, corruptors, and Brutalisks in the background. So I'm trying to stick with calling them by the name of what they actually are in this mod. Well, I don't think this is technically a mod. I don't think he made a mod. I think he actually made separate... I think he modified every single individual map, because there's no mod that goes with this. The maps are separate. Normally, if there's a mod, that means that you just reference the mod, and you don't have to make modifications to every single map, if that makes sense. There we go. We're going to make more Spore Launchers. I noticed that in the latest patch, the map maker did improve the Spore Launchers. I wonder if that's because I sort of complained about them prior. I apologize for that. I don't want to. I didn't want to like influence things that much. Big attack coming. Let's get in there. Oh god, they have Ravasaurs. I hate Ravasaurs. They're so annoying. Spawn Banelings on the Ravasaurs, actually, Kalisa. Make your way back there. Yes, exactly. Okay. Lots of flyers too. I want to make those Brutalisks. My technology tier isn't done yet, though. Let's go and get a Swarmwalker, because those do really, really, really good. Oh, we can also repair this. Oh, yeah, those, what was I talking about? The Swarm Crawlers, that's right. It's trying to remember the names of all this stuff. The Swarm Crawlers do really, really good damage against light, and I believe can also attack air. Yes, so I could make... I feel like these are just a direct upgrade over the Brood Troopers, which also do good against light air. But I'm going to stick with the Swarmwalkers because they do like huge area of effect damage and that kind of stuff. So we can make a couple of those Scourge. I'm honestly just stockpiling my minerals right now. I'm waiting for this technology tier to open up so that we can get Brood Guardians, and then we can make the Brutalisk. The Brutalisk Den. Or, no, it's the Technology Den, which is where I assume we can make... Brutalisk. No, the Brutalisks are made in the Brood Warren, but we need the technology tier to do it. 2 eruptions are incoming. Prepare your army and get these minerals as soon as possible. Well, because there's going to be a shortage of minerals, my real goal is to stockpile my money, not move out too quickly, because I really want to make sure that I'm spending my money on good units. Minion, I detect the presence of crystallized minerals in these primal eggs. Destroy them to obtain additional minerals. How do minerals get inside eggs? Why aren't there just primal Zerg in those eggs? That's weird to me. I mean, I'm just being a fool. I'm not actually making any sort of criticism. All right, get in there, friends. Just cancel these. Get my money back. Spawn those Banelings again in the back. You know what I'll say about the AI in these maps? You know, I'm always. I don't want to be quick to say that. Oh, this is too hard. This is too hard. It's not that the maps were hard. I mean, they were difficult. That's why I bumped it down. But what would make sense, that I feel like that would make it a little balanced, is I feel like the AI waves need to actually ramp up. They need to start smaller and get larger, as opposed to just starting at the largest wave and then remain at that size of enemy attack wave from the beginning, because that's kind of what we're facing here. As you can see, that Swarmwalker just doing huge area of effect damage against the light units. It's not doing that good against the Guardians, but that's okay. Okay, so now, let's go ahead and hotkey these. We can't research anything in the technology tier. Let's get Ground Carapace. Hotkey these to 3. We can get a couple of these Brutalisks. They're a little expensive, but I think they'll be certainly worth it. Let's get a few. And then Brood Guardians, for sure. Let's see if we can get one more. We need one more return here, and then we'll be able to get, I think, one more return. Yeah. There we go. 4 Brood Guardians, 4 or 5 Brutalisks coming out, 6 Brutalisks coming out, and then I would say we're, excuse me, in real good shape to move out. If you were watching my Warcraft 3 videos, you will know that I am starting to get sick again, unfortunately. Not really looking forward to getting sick again, because the last time I was sick, I had a cold, and then it turned into like a 5-week-long cough. So I promise I'm going to take better care of myself this time. If I do have to take time off recording, I will, but I'm hoping it doesn't come to that. It's just my coughs, not my coughs, but my colds generally follow the same progression, where I have a bad sore throat, I have bad sinus drainage, and then mucus drains down my throat, and I have a bad head cold while that happens for a couple days. And then it all drains in my throat, I have a down in my chest, and I have a bad chest cold, which is like the phase that I'm at. And then the last time this happened, it just like didn't fully heal. I must have just had some long-lasting virus, and I had a cough, just a persistent cough, for like 4 or 5 weeks, and you could hear in my videos. It was back when I was doing like Odyssey, Lost of Ire, that kind of stuff. It was just constant, and I felt bad about it, but it was terrible. Like I couldn't talk for long periods of time without just coughing to crap, which is not good. Actually, what we need are more reactors. Actually, I might want to start upgrading the reactors rather than just to conserve space. We're running out of money here. I would say with these Corruptors and the Brood Guardians, we're in real good shape to attack. Let's see how these Brutalisks are. 145 health is good. Very, very good damage. They do a lot versus Hover. I don't understand that. I mean, I guess they're good against Hellions and, well, not Hellions, Vultures. I mean, what else hovers? Do Banshees technically hover? I think those might be considered hover as opposed to flying. I'm not 100% sure. I really have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's get, I kind of want to just go with Ground Carapace. I need to keep my units alive so that I can push across this map with, I don't know, more purpose without losing too much stuff. my Corruptors doing a huge amount of damage to these massive units. That's what they're best at. That's why I think that this combination of what I have here is one of the best. I mean, I counter almost everything. It said the Brood Guardians could attack air. I didn't quite see them attacking air directly. I'm not sure about that. Okay, we got, again, a lot of Brood Guardians. I kind of want to push over to that other eruption. Let's start clearing the map as best we can. Just to sort of give my reinforcing units some room to push across the map with me. I love these Corruptors. And they have an aura that heals. That just seems way too good. Eruptions are on the way. Prepare your army and get the minerals as soon as possible. Alright, we're pushing up. Oh lord, I can't see what's going on. I want to get up there in fungal growth. But maybe not. Okay, you guys hit the buildings. They do good against structures as well. So I mean, with these Brood Guardians tanking for us, I'd say we're pretty much fine. We are getting attacked on the ground. I'm going to spend a bunch of money and repair my spine crawlers. That's not what I wanted to happen. Repair this. That's because there's a cooldown, so when I hit R, it deselected and then it messed up a little bit. Anyway, we took this base. I might want to build a brood crawler and actually take this base just because of the shortage of money. As you can see, we're running out of cash here pretty quick. We do have a lot of money saved up. I'm just mostly going to save that. I might make a force of Scourge here, because Scourge are pretty cool. Pretty darn cool, I'd say, on this map. Or in this campaign. Very, very cool. I'm constantly tempted to say this is a mod, because this strikes me as how a mod would be made. I mean, it's impressive to think that the map maker went out of his way to modify every single map as opposed to referencing a mod. I suppose maybe for future campaigns that would make things a little easier. I'm not really sure. I don't know. I'm not well-versed enough to really know what would be more convenient or not. If making a mod would be even harder. Making a mod file. Constantly getting attacked. Scourge, get up there and help. Those are... I mean, all we have to do, we could just... Oh, yeah, I was going to say, we could just constantly repair my... We have the money, so we could just keep repairing until we can murder these Ultralisks. These Primal Ultralisks. Primal Ultralisks, I just don't get it. Like, they don't do splash damage. They just are objectively worse than normal Ultralisks. Swarm Ultralisks. What have you. Okay, let's move on up here. We get our other eruption, and then we're going to come down here and get this one as well. I did make... There it is, the Brood Crawler. I want to come up here and burrow, and I'm going to make a butt ton of crawlers to come up here and defend. See, they've got a lot of stuff here. Yes, Corruptor. Yes, Corruptor. I also have Broodmother Khaleesi up here. I completely forgot that I even took her with me. Back up, the Ravasors. I don't like that. I don't like the Ravasors. They do way too much damage. Looking good. Scourge looking good. I'm going to make even more Scourge just because they're one of the most versatile units, I'd say. Okay, let's get missile attacks for my Brutalisks. It's so weird. Every time I say that, I think Brutalisks from the campaigns. But, oh, I see. Those are actual, they're Impaler colonies. We can dodge their attacks if I can see where they're coming out. It's hard to check, hard to see them. Murder that one. Okay, we took all of these out. Let's get down here and see if we could save our other, our Brood Crawler. It seems like the enemy attacks will be intercepted here, so we're going to have to rebuild defense up in that area. I'm going to make some more Brutalisks, actually, because I'm focusing on their upgrades, and they seem very, very, very versatile. Because they do straight up 12 damage and 17 versus armored, and it seems like a lot of what we're up against here is armored. Okay, yeah, kill the Ravasars. Don't let the Ravasars do too much. We haven't lost any of our Corruptors. I was afraid we were going to lose some earlier, but we're okay. Get up there, Swarmwalker. Murder these things. I mean, these are armored, so it's not going to do that well. As you can see, though, my Brutalisks, very, very, very good. We want to build an extractor. Put that there, and we're going to make some more drones. Oh, okay. Lord. Okay, well, I don't know where these attacks are coming from. I want to find that base, find exactly where they're coming from so that I stop running into them. Turn and fight. The Protoss have been here, but at what purpose? How do we know that? The Protoss have been here. I don't... Sure. Okay, we're going to make some drones, just a couple. We've got some drones, idle drones down here. We're mining too quickly, so I need to split up my drones. Go ahead and repair this up. And again, I'm just sort of saving up and getting a bunch of extra Scourge, and I'm just going to use them to kind of clean the map up because they are pretty darn good. There it is. Excuse me. More options incoming. Secure the minerals. I agree, Khaleesi. Actually, let's come on down here and secure these. Then we're going to take my units up in this direction and see if we can take those out. Or I can take the Scourge and go clean that out. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I wonder if there's a way to... I'm wondering if there's a way to upgrade. Let them suffer. Take their essence. Leave none alive. I'm still curious to know if there's a place to upgrade the Scourge attacks, the air attacks. Alright, kill those buildings. Yes, there go the Scourge. Their attack is so cool. I do like them quite a bit. They're just really neat. Okay, so they are still attacking from up here. Where are these units coming from? Are they spawned? Or maybe there's an enemy base somewhere that I missed. It's most likely that. I'm almost certain I just missed something. We need just a bunch of spore launchers at this base, actually. So build PR. We're just going to do this. Spore launchers, I think, pretty good now, especially because they got a damage and slight range upgrade. Like, very minor upgrades, not huge, but pretty good. All right, pick these up. Cool. And, I mean, I have a decent force here. I'm playing really safe because I don't want to run out of cash. That would be embarrassing. Okay, we have enough of those spore launchers now that we're probably in real good shape. Army, just hang out here. Where are my Scourge? I'm going to make even more. Make more Scourge. I feel like a lot of the early units aren't even worth building anymore. Like, let's look at what's in the spawning portal. Zergling's probably always good, but Brood Troopers, Disintegrators, phased out mostly. Aberrations are kind of phased out by the Brood Guardian, but the Brood Guardian is more expensive. The Roach is pretty much completely phased out. Okay, let's move on up. Technology Center, no upgrades. So yeah, I wanted to look and see if there were any new buildings for upgrades. It doesn't look like it. So here's the thing, when you run out of money and they get regenerated, your drones just sort of sit there and you have to manually put them back onto mining. So that's just something with the way that the gameplay is that I don't know if that can be corrected. If you could say, like, if there's an idle drone sitting in this area, just send them to work or something like that. I'm not really sure. All right, Scourge, come on up here. We want this egg. Get at him, Scourge. Oh yeah, I have more than enough for this. Nice. Oh, this was only available. You could only get to this using air units, so that's kind of lucky. The egg has been destroyed. Let's take down another. I feel kind of bad. We're killing their young. Oh, God. Oh, I made a mistake. Oh, no. Keep repairing that and then make a P and then C, right? Oh, God. Scourge, come home. I blew it. I think I blew it. Alright, if we lose a spawning portal, that's not the end of the world, alright? Let's keep upgrading here. Yes, there we go. We're I thought I would have distracted them from attacking. Let's make more spine crawlers up here. Just dump some money on, like, 4 or 5 of them. Oh my god, they're just going to murder that. They have nothing to attack, so they're just killing the things that I'm building. I'm wasting my money. Okay, well, come on, Scourge. Come on, you do so little damage against armored. You do so little damage against these. Oh, Lord. Okay, do that, and I need to build just a force to stay at home, which isn't the biggest of deals, but I certainly have to do it because I'm losing too much stuff to that crap. So let's make BPC. There we go. Make some more of these spine crawlers. I'm going to make a lot of them. There we go. That should help me defend myself. And if I'm quick enough, I should very easily be able to repair those in time. But if I'm quick enough. And let's be honest, I generally am not. Okay, let's come on down here and see if we can get this egg. Final set of eruptions are coming. Get them. So I like this mechanic. I mean, again, I'm not sure if this was, like, stolen from the... I mean, stolen, quote-unquote. It was a fun mechanic, so it was reused from the Whispers of Oblivion mission. This egg has been destroyed. Let's take down another. Okay, let's make sure we get all of the eggs. This is fine, I think. Repair. Only one can attack them. I don't like that. I also want to repair this brood crawler. I can't. Okay, keep pushing in. We're going to have to make more... oh, we're definitely going to need more brood guardians. Throw down some banelings in the back. Use your awesome shockwave thing to throw down a fatty stun. Brutalisk's doing good against these Ultralisks. My brood guardians also just fan-fucking-tastic, I have to say. Okay, their Hydralisks are light. My Brutalisks aren't doing great against them, but they're not doing terrible either. Just very good units in general. Okay, we got to take out these Impaler colonies. These Impaler colonies have a lot of health. Just get over and get these. Then we've taken out another set base of the enemy. Primal Hive is where they're spawning units, I assume. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. That's a lot of... Oh, God, that's a lot of stuff. Come on over here, Scourge, and support us. I mean, we're very powerful. These Brood Guardians stay alive forever. So, I mean, I think we're in good shape, but I need to get more units. So let's make more Brood Guardians for sure. Oh, I lost my other spawning portal. I should make another one. I get down here and kill this Impaler colony, and as we kill the Primal Hives, that's less units that the enemy will send at me. In theory, I can't guarantee that. With the Scourge here now, we're going to be virtually unstoppable. I honestly have no idea if that's true or not. I just said it to give myself confidence. Okay, yes. Don't let that... We're not going to let this Spine Crawler go down. Heal it up. There we go. Yeah, we definitely have enough now. We just have to be diligent of healing that stuff. Let's see. We're near out of supply, so we need those. So let's do this. I don't know how many we can make. Like, I think it's out of 300. It seems like our supply's up to 300, which is really cool. More air attacks. Let's throw down another fatty stun, or another fatty heal. And I want to make more spore launchers there, just because I'm tired of these Guardians, alright? Let's keep taking... Excuse me. Let's keep taking those these units down here. That was not a cough about to happen. That was actually a gas bubble emerging, about to be a burp that I suppressed. So don't worry. I know, I remember, like, when my cough went on for, like, several weeks, people, like, commenters started getting concerned, and I have to say I appreciate that, and I honestly, in retrospect, really should have gone to the doctor. When you have a cough for that long, something is wrong, alright? And I just insisted that nothing was wrong, and there was certainly something wrong, and, you have to be careful, because if it's not just a viral infection, which would be a cold, there's nothing a doctor can prescribe you. You can't take antibiotics to fight a cold, because that's a virus. But if it's a bacterial infection, you need antibiotics. And it's possible that that's what I had. So I should have been a little more diligent with going to the doctor, and I did not. But we'll see. I'll take, I don't want to take time off recording, but if I have to, I will. Again, not saying I'm definitely going to, but I'm just saying it's a possibility. The Sega's been destroyed. Let's take down another. Well done, minion. We destroyed all the primal eggs. Yeah, it's a possibility based on my previous encounter with a bad cough, and it started just like this. It started as a cold that turned into it was a head cold, sinus drainage, chest cold. But then again, like I said before, that's also the path that pretty much all of my colds tend to take. You know what? Let's make another spawning portal. Let's make a couple more, and we can just reinforce with cheap, shitty units to kind of finish this map up. Destroy Nero's base. There's their next air attack that was coming for me. You think you can kill me? Poor Zergus creature. You cannot match against me. Yes, I like the trash talk, Neros. We're gonna fucking murder you. Oh, this is her base. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Throw those banelings down up there. Maybe not. There's the banelings. I think I may have to back out here. No. I'm not going to. I think I'm fine. My Scourge really getting in there. Distracting the Primal Hive. I like it. That's Neros. We got all the Primal Eggs. There was one mineral eruption that we've pretty much ignored. Let's kill Neros. Well, okay. Primal Pack Leader gone. Kalisa was right. Killing their queen really was not challenging at all. I expected it would be a little more. Those creatures are an insult to our race. Slay them all. Yes, Kalisa. See? That's what happens. You get trust. They trash talk you, and then you murder them, and then it's just satisfying. You got trash talk back. Talk shit, get hit. That's what I say. Every time I play Dota, and you have those assholes who just gotta say something at the beginning of the game, and then you win. Boom. Talk shit, get hit. That's all you gotta say at the end. It's so satisfying. I have to say, when I play multiplayer games, I tend to just not say anything, because I just don't care enough to embarrass myself. And but when people do, it's real satisfying to beat them. The final essence is ours, my minion. Now we can start the evolution of our ultimate weapon. We will show our enemies the true power of Brood. Oh, what's our ultimate weapon going to be? Our units are so overpowered, it's awesome.
Mineral field depleted.
That's not our ultimate weapon, I don't think. Not the depleted minerals. This campaign is really cool. Very, very fun. I'm so impressed with the I mean, it's also easy to overlook terraining, because if terrain is good, it's easy to just sort of overlook it because it's good. It's passable. And I have to say that I have to point out, because these are not made by professional companies. A lot of these, I mean, all these custom campaigns are just made by players, fans. And when you come across a really good terrain, you should point it out. So it's my duty as well to say that this campaign has real cool and custom units, real cool and custom macroing, completely different macroing, and then very good terrain, to the point where it's not noticeable. There are no flaws. It feels natural. It's not blocky to the point where it's unnatural, but it's not so random that it feels cluttered and a mess. It's just, it feels very natural terrain, which is great. And that's exactly what you want to go for in these types of maps, in my opinion. So the only thing that I have to say about these maps, again, is the AI waves. And I feel like I could probably play hard if the AI waves ramped up as many would expect them to in a real-time strategy game, where the first attack isn't just a full-on, this is the enemy attack that you're going to be fighting in 25 minutes or 30 minutes. Like, it should be half of that, and then 75%, and then 90%, and then the full attack wave. And even just, it doesn't have to be a tiny, real slow ramp-up. It can be a quick ramp-up, but the first attack generally shouldn't be enormous. But at the same time, I also recognize it's kind of a pain in the ass to have to program waves like that over and over and over on every map. So I get it. I'm just pointing that out, and I don't know why I feel the need to justify bumping it down to normal, but I am anyway. Okay, well, this has been JayborinoPlays. I hope you're enjoying this series. The next mission is the last one, and I'm real excited to see what our new super overpowered unit or units will be. All right, see you next time. Bye now.